Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with,
Backache Brad.
yeah, and the critters. As you can see here, I wanted to show you guys that we did have the dog food and stuff come in. I bought two great big 48-pound bags of just a basic Purina dog chow because it's a lot cheaper than the Purina one. And when I compared them, they're pretty almost identical, which kind of cheeses me off because I think I'm buying something, you know. And one of the things is you don't want to, my vet has explained to me that you don't want to do a high protein dog food because it can lead to a lot of problems with your dog's health. And like Nixie had bladder stones and stuff. And so, I mean, that's why dogs shouldn't eat cat food because cat food's a lot higher in protein. So I stay away from that. And this is based on chickens, the complete, you know, adult. So I got two 48-pound bags of that, 4 cases of this pedigree. We use the ground or the ground or chop, same thing, and it's half beef, half chicken, and then we got another 24 cans of the creamy delights for the cat. This should last them, not the cat food, but everything else should last them, the dogs, 3 months. So we're set on that. Yes.
Have you ever told them what we feed them with the canned dog food?
No, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, we use, and Brad made a good point. Here, let me fix this. I just wanted to show you guys that. Excuse me. Woo. Um, for our dogs, and this is just because what we go off specifically what Nixie's needs are. Because dietarily, she's the only one that has some special needs. Is we do rice and we do a can of this loaf. Now, if you use the ground or we call it loaf, it's the chopped. It's comes in one solid. Is you getting more product than if you're using gravy in your food. And I didn't realize that for a long time. And Brad's like, I think we should, because I had bought the ground because they were out of their normal gravy ones. And Brad said, I think we get more. And when I thought about it, it's like, he's right because you don't have all this gravy. You have more of the actual meat and meat byproduct, whatever's in there. So, and don't buy them chicken and rice and that because you're paying for rice. You're paying for whatever, unless that's all you're gonna feed your dog. That's gonna be their complete meal. But for us, we give them a can of this. We give them rice. What about probably a cup and a half?
About.
Yeah, just an estimate, and then one of the pouch, the crumbles we talk about. It's like uh, it's like Gainsburger used to be, kind of in a shape like a hamburger pie, but then you would, do this and it would fall apart, and that's what they get with that. And then we heat up the rice, and it's already rice, of course, it's already cooked, and then we mix it all together. We put in Nixie's and then Charlie's to give them each an 81 milligram aspirin, and then their glucosamine, which really helps with the joint stuff because they're Nixie's probably 11. Charlie's getting close to that. This fall he'll be 11. So, um, and that's what they get. And then we divide it with the 3 dogs, according to size and stuff. So they love it. They absolutely love it. I was for a long time, you guys know, buying the chicken hindquarters, cooking them all up, and deboning them all, and then putting them in packages, and that's what we would feed them. Well, okay, this got easier, and I think maybe because I was adding a lot of I had to add a lot of supplement to the chicken and stuff. This probably is all around better for them because they have to follow certain guidelines. I stick with pedigree because a case of it right now is still running like 11.43 at Walmart, and so if I can get it $1 or under a can, I'm happy. So, I don't go with the absolute cheapest. If you have to, that's fine too. I mean, we've been there. We have been there. We never bought the absolute cheapest, some off-brand that, you know, probably is just some corn. But we bought old Roy. We did for a
Well,
long time.
you know, and odds are Old Roy is made
Yeah,
by one
yeah.
of the big.
And I would buy it again. I bought it in the cans and stuff, but it just so happens that what for availability and stuff has been the pedigree, and they seem to really like it. So, you know, and I want to get the ground because you do get more in it. You can add some warm water if you don't feel like it's mixing in well enough with rice or whatever, but you know. Kids are getting off the school bus, so Charlie has got to announce that he still lives in this house.
Charlie, come here.
Charlie,
Charlie. Charlie. Come here,
we have the
Charlie.
front door open, of course, so
Come
Charlie's being
Come here. Okay.
wow.
Whoa.
Whoa! Nixie don't want you by her dog food, Charlie. Nixie keeps going over. We have this on a great big cart, utility cart. Nixie keeps going over here sniffing the dog food bags and stuff. She still has, I wouldn't call it food aggression necessarily because she's not attacking, but she lets you know that you will not be near her when we fill their dish with more dry. She still will go over there and kind of lay right in front of it and guard it for a while until we tell her to knock it off and to let somebody in there to eat. Because she'll have Charlie and Jellybean lined up, waiting that she might want to let them access the food. But that's what we got going on now. Unfortunately, we've been having a problem with our FedEx and all of our delivery people, the USPS and UPS. And I get it. I can get one thing I can see is they're probably a little overrun. A lot of people are buying in stuff, you know, supplying stuff, or I mean, ordering stuff. And I know they get tired, but they're leaving everything at the bottom of the stairs, even things that are not heavy. But today they left all this pet food. I got this all from Walmart. They left it all at the bottom of the stairs, right in the middle of the stairs. So Brad fell going down the stairs, and to protect his hip, he did everything he could, so he wrenched it back, and now he's in quite a bit of pain with that. And I'm assuming the right knee.
Yeah.
So, but he has an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon next Tuesday so he can mention. I said mention your knee then, but he's right now. I ordered a little bit of fresh stuff from Aldi's, like I end up doing once a week, and so when your shopper starts, I'll go through Instacart, and when your shopper starts, then a lot of times they'll have questions on is this okay for a replacement, even though I went through and did replacements on every single item, but still a lot of times, you know, they have questions. So Brad is manhandling my phone right now because that's what it's on. I'm like, I can't do the video and keep up with the shopper and answer questions. So, you know, he kind of enjoys it anyway, I think. Do you?
Mhm.
No.
They're out of a couple things.
Like what?
Chocolate.
Okay, well, that's no biggie.
Yeah.
I put don't replace it.
Yeah. And then she asked, they don't have that fish that we were.
Right.
So I'm asking her if there's another.
Right. Yeah, because I had picked another replacement for it, but a lot of times they don't, you know, they want to make sure that you're happy with what they're picking. So, and I appreciate that. I like to get their chocolate bar from there. And I'll get one usually every time I shop. But if they don't have it, it's not the end of the world. Certainly not the end of the world. So, and what we had come in also was I bought 2 pounds of this. I really like this. It's called peanut butter bars. Let's see, and they're sugar free, crunchy, and you know they're pretty good. Like I said, being sugar free and it gives you a little bit of crunch, but it's not as hard of a crunch like it's peanut brittle and stuff. Um, Sometimes you miss that, so this is a good alternative. Or you don't have to crunch it. You could just suck on it too and have it last longer. We found that sometimes you get a little bit of um, hard candy that's sugar free. Something that you suck on is much. Doesn't that sound, Joe? Don't be getting obscene here. Um, is better. It lasts longer, and so that's what we had coming in. Brad said, "Are we gonna keep having this date?" And I'm like, he's like, "Well, yeah, every morning at 5 o'clock we have this date. We have lately have this date of I'll text him to see if he's awake." What was that about,
I
Charlie?
have no idea.
I'll text him to see if he's awake, and he is, and it's like, well, do you want something from the kitchen when he's coming through? And I'm like, so sometimes we'll have cereal. I can tell you what we had last night.
Huh.
We had a little bit of French fries. We normally never do that, but it was little single servings of your Rita fries. So yeah, we had that. We talked for a while and stuff, and then we both get sleepy, and it's, we finally went to sleep. So yeah, it's crazy. But other than that, I started just a brim on a new hat. I didn't actually work on that too long. I had to take water pills yesterday afternoon. I just couldn't, and I'm still so swollen. You would never know I took the water pills. And I thought I was never going to get sleep. That was part of it last night because I was still up running to the bathroom. It's like, but
Well,
yeah.
we had that Chinese food.
Yeah, I know we did. And we ate off it for like 3 days. You know, we always say we're not going to order. We order the same thing. We order the Happy Family always, which is a mix of, your different meats and vegetables. And then we order either sesame chicken or sweet and sour chicken. This time we ordered sesame chicken, and then we always order the lo mein, vegetable lo mein to go with it, and it comes with rice. So those, because they give you so much, you end up eating off it for 3 days. I'm not complaining, because that way you can kind of justify the price. If it's $40 and we get 6 meals out of it, that's really good. But the sodium content, I really fight that because even though I don't use salt on my food. I have it's called, I think it's Morton light salt or something. It's half the salt, and I do have this, which is completely salt free, and it's okay. I don't know, it kind of has a funky little aftertaste. But I can use that. But I fight because, of course, I like the Chinese food. I like Mexican food, whatever it seems like I really like, some soups and stuff, they're all, sodium. So you battle that, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Brad's gonna be putting this away. He always cuts these cases open to stack the cans of dog food. I'm just really happy to have gotten that in.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a kind of a struggle financially because wasn't planning on that, but what are you going to do? You have a responsibility to your animals. And you notice I'm not telling you guys that we stocked up on stuff because we haven't really stocked up over what we normally do. But I want to make sure the babies are taken care of. We'll understand if you don't have this or don't have that. They will not. I didn't stock up on like their treats because, it isn't something we have to have. you know. And I didn't get cat litter, and I was really kind of kicking myself. But then Aldi's has got a scoopable cat litter that's like,
They don't have any cat litter at all.
okay, well, I'm not getting the cat litter now. That was the only kind that even offered. So, okay,
Yeah.
they're out of that. See, they're going to be out of stuff. So, I mean, like anything that go with pets. But I figure, again, if I didn't have cat litter, I can make do. I can do alternative things for my animal. So, um, but if they had the cat food, it was, I don't know, 18 pounds or something $4.15 or something. So I don't know if anybody else has ever tried their cat litter, but yeah. Certain things I go to Aldi's for, certain things I go to Food Lion for, and then if I absolutely have to, I'll go to Walmart. Walmart's not always the cheapest on everything either. Sometimes Food Lion is, you know, they're definitely, there was something that they're definitely cheaper on than,
Food Lion.
yeah.
Wasn't there chicken?
Well, the chicken's been a good price. It's been the boneless, skinless chicken breast when you can get them is $1.99 a pound. Um, Usually they're sold out. I have noticed that it's harder to get the decent price meat. Jellybean's right behind me, and she's just laying all splayed out. But usually their meat can get hit pretty hard. I like Food Lion's meat. Uh, Overall, I like the pro. I don't really care for Walmart produce, and I don't really care for their meat at all. So usually I don't. Are you okay, honey? You really effed up your back. That's not good. I'm sorry. Is he done? He?
I'm not sure if it's a he or she.
Yeah, you never can tell. It
Picture,
doesn't really matter.
No, the picture's small enough where.
Okay, so they were out of the cat litter and
The fish fillets.
okay.
But I got a substitute.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, man, they were hit hard on their, some of Aldi's meat is cheaper than Aldi seems to have cheaper hamburger prices. Well, we went with the hamburger patties over Food Lion. So, I mean, we can have a hit and miss. No place is going to have the greatest prices on everything. I love Aldi's for, they have really good prices. I've noticed cheese prices have really gone up recently, but they have good prices on all of their dairy section. I love. Their bread section is pretty decent. I like their bagels there. I like their cereal selection because that Millville cereal, which is kind of a knockoff on the major brands, is really a decent price and it's good. Like I love Rice Krispies, just plain Rice Krispies. Then I'll put some artificial sweetener on it, and if I want to put bananas or strawberries or something, I will. Right now, Aldi's in our area anyway has grapes really on sale. It's like $1.39 a pound, and they're green ones, but they're not sour. They're really good. So, yeah, you're never gonna know. Like I said, it depends on what we need, where I shop at, because Food Line does have decent prices on their big yogurts, they're $2, and then the creamers they have a decent price on their creamers too. So, you okay? What you doing now?
I put a shirt on.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go out and
cut up cardboard.
Yeah, put the cardboard in the garbage can.
Will you be able to push that through though, so in case I need to? I hope you haven't really messed up your back. He left a review for FedEx because this gets to be a problem. I mean, there's other people that are what if you're wheelchair bound or something? I mean, come on, guys. Like I said, I understand that they're overtaxed. People ordering a lot of stuff. Maybe they're short staffed or whatever, but still, you need to do your job all the way.
But it's satisfactory customer service is what keeps them in business.
And I mean, USPS has just gotten just as bad, and so has UPS. They all want to get lazy and just leave stuff on the bottom steps. Now, we thought for a while that maybe it was they were afraid of the dogs, because a lot of times we'll have this door open and we have big dogs, and I can understand that. But no, like when all this pet food was dropped off, we were not even up. The front door was not even open. So yeah, who knows? But don't have any super major plans this weekend. I have dinner with a friend, and then that's about it. We're trying to keep the driving down to a minimum because I'm gonna have to make me a GoFundMe to get gas, like everybody else. Like, got gas? I don't know. So, yeah, well, now we're trying to figure out where we're going to put all the dog food. I mean, the canned we have no problem with, but I'm not sure. Cause we don't really have room for it in the um, laundry room, the
No.
2 bags.
No, but what I'll do is right there by the door as you go into the blue room,
Mm-hmm.
I had some garbage that I took out, so I've
Mm-hmm.
got an empty space there. Mm-hmm. And what I'll do is I'll just leave them on the cart.
Okay. Okay, that will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably not having anything else heavy delivered, so that's part of it. Why we order too the pet food is so we don't have to lug that stuff, that heavy stuff, So I hate seeing you in so much pain.
Well, and I hate it because I've always been the type where there's nothing too heavy for me to toss around.
And you did it for years. You were a stalker.
Yeah.
You in the grocery store.
Yep. And now that's why I get really frustrated because, gee, I can't do things that I could.
It's gonna take you a while to build up your strength too, though.
Yeah, that's
true. I
true.
mean, for the last 2 years, you've been where you could hardly walk. It got progressively worse.
Yeah.
So you're weak all over.
I am.
And you are getting up there in age. You look at me with that. You give me that look. And? Yeah, whatever. Don't forget your little shopping cart.
I'll come back and grab it.
Okay, little man.
Hey, sweetie.
He's just messing with me. He knows I'm just messing with him. He is getting old, though.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
He's going out cut up cardboard. Because when he's bringing this stuff in, too, the boxes this pet food was in all disintegrated, so he's got to cut that up and get rid of it. I still have not got my table. I'm getting a little irritated about that. I really needed that table. I really did. Now, okay, so it was supposed to be delivered Tuesday. Well, Tuesday came and went, and of course it said, sorry for the delay and stuff, but I'm not giving a tracking number, and I ordered this through Amazon. So, I'm waiting, and so yesterday, which was Thursday, I tried to contact the seller, because it said to contact her for the tracking number, and Amazon, steps in, and they're like, well, if you don't get it tomorrow, contact us. So, and then all of a sudden, the seller contacts me and says, "Oh, good news! Your item is back back in stock. No need to cancel this order. We're sending it right out." And I'm like, "You mean to tell me I ordered this back on the 10th of? Was it even the 10th? No, the 5th. I ordered this on the 5th of March, and you're just now telling me that's not been in stock? They didn't want me to cancel the order." So it has not shown up, and if it doesn't show up today, I'm going to insist on the tracking number, because this is not right at all. So you never know. You can have like 20 great transactions. I do most of my shopping through Amazon, very little with Walmart, mostly Amazon, Chewy, that kind of Chewy, and that stuff I go with who has the best overall price for the pet food needs or the pet needs in general. Angel, the cat's doing great, and whoever sent these, she hadn't had just the whole can. She loves these so much. Whoever sent these salmon pate, this girl is just a happy. She is so happy about having that. I haven't seen her. I mean, she'd really been loving the fancy feast in general, but that salmon is her thing, man. That is her thing. She just loves it. She'll go through a whole can. Right now, we're feeding her a can and a half to 2 whole cans a day. But you know what? That's okay. because Brad looks like he's out in a wedding party right now. The wind is just barely going, but all these white blossoms on the trees are starting to come off. And so last night I thought maybe it was snowing, and no, but he looks like maybe he's getting thrown little white flower petals. But yeah, she is going through it, man. And she's not throwing it up or anything, but she is happy. Her eyes are so nice and clear now, which is so great. Her eyes are so nice and clear. She's doing great. She looks like she took off about 3 or 4 years, and I feel so bad because, geez, you guys, any other time, any other cat was doing that, and almost trying to climb in your plate and stuff, it would have dawned on me, but it didn't because, we thought because she can be a little bit of an ornery cat. She likes to knock stuff off anyway, but she got so bad about it. But yeah, so it took a while for us to figure it out. But yeah, whoever sent that salmon, hey, I was laughing
What?
because you're out there and it looks like you're in a bridal party and the
That's-
white little flowered petals are, raining down on you.
That's why I stuck my head in because it's cool. It's like a warm snow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Remember? Yesterday I thought it was snowing, but then it finally dawned because it was raining, and I'm like, what's the degree out? And Brad said, oh, it's 50 something. I'm like, well, I thought I just saw snow.
Yeah,
and it was,
Yeah, and that's what's cool out here with all the flower petals
Yeah.
falling around me.
So, yeah, like I said, it took a long time to figure out that she was, she was hungry. I mean, because, yeah, she'd like get in the kitchen sink, and whenever you fried anything, she would be like there wanting to almost climb in the pan if you had a little bit of grease or anything. And I thought, okay, well, she can be kind of a weirdo too sometimes, But no, that's what it was. So last night I had a little bit of ice cream and she wanted the bowl right away when she cleaned that all out. So we might give her, I don't know. She's got that Fancy Feast Creamy Delights. We usually give her one of those a day. That's a whole can, just like it's a can this size too. And then we give her one of these, And between the two, she does really great. So again, I don't know who was so kind, and I wish I would have picked up another one of these. They had chicken like this too, but I wish I would have gotten one of these. Right now, I can't. I'm pretty strapped for cash. In fact, when I was ordering in the fresh stuff for us, I'm like, because it's only the 18th and stuff, we'll be fine. But man, when you're not planning on an expense, but yeah, they still do have this on Amazon, and it's a pretty decent price. So if any of you guys are looking for your animal or anything, your cat, so this is a good deal. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. Well, okay, it's a lot more expensive than your normal canned cat food, but what difference does it make if they're gonna throw up the other stuff? You know, you want them to be happy and healthy. You know, let her live out the rest of her life feeling like she's a queen with this stuff. I'll do anything I have to for my animals. I really will. I mean, and I know you guys are that way too. I just love my animals. I was talking with a friend of mine, and her pit bull mix is got cancer, and it's getting to the end stage where they're going to have to decide as families they're going to put the dog down because it's keeping the dog comfortable. But she's like, I know I can't just keep the dog for me. So she like this dog's been like my son. So that breaks your heart because you wish you could take away their pain because you know how that feels. Just like when Leanne lost her little Maui and stuff, you just feel so bad that you can't help take away the pain. And you can still, 10 years, 20 years later, bring up the thought of an animal that you love so much that's gone and still just want to sit there and cry. Or a person that you really love. Like, if we talk about Grandma Heidi, inevitably one of us will start tearing up, usually me, and then Brad will get real close to it, you know. But, okay?
Yeah.
That didn't sound very convincing. Are you going to be okay?
Mm-hmm. after we get the groceries and get them in and put away, I might have to take some a little more
Tramadol.
Yeah.
That was a little more progressive.
substantial,
Yeah. And I would say good night, Gracie.
basically.
You know. Well, I mean, if we can get that dog food out of the way, you don't have to unpack it today.
Well, the canned will be nothing.
Okay.
But the bags I can just leave them out here
Yeah,
somewhere.
you can just park them out here, and we'll get them even in a day or two when you're back. Isn't as bad. There's no sense you doing.
Yeah.
You know, but you are getting a lot older.
You don't have to keep saying that. Are you still?
Yes.
Can I bring up something?
Yeah.
One of the things is I've been looking for, and I have not found anything yet, is I am been looking for a company to help defray the cost of putting in a wheelchair ramp.
I need one.
And
because I'm old. Getting older. Okay, I'm done now.
the metal ramps I'm seeing for what we need are over $4,000.
Oh my God, we can't afford
and
that.
the wooden ramps we're looking at probably $6,000 with the cost of wood and everything. And
wow.
You know, so and we can't afford that, but it's just
I'm just gonna have to. I can't afford that.
I know. And it's
that's the price of a used car. We're trying to get a used car for around that price because we got to have one of those.
Yeah, and it's getting to a point where like if we had a wheelchair ramp, I could have taken the cart down the ramp.
Yeah, that's true.
And put the bags of dog food on the cart and pushed it up.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
and plus the difficulties you have.
Yeah.
Getting up and down, and I do too.
I can get down better than up. I really have a lot of trouble, but part of it is we don't have any railing. We got the wood railing, but it's wide enough you can't hang on to it or anything.
Well, and another thing you said is that you feel like it moves.
It does move.
And all I have to do, I can get a couple L brackets,
mm-hmm.
and I can drill a hole into the cement,
mm-hmm.
and put a cement plug in, or I put a cement plug. I can get those much more solid.
Because it is on the left side. It definitely, I watched it move.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, Charlie and today.
Charlie, come here.
I have no idea what they're barking about. I don't see anybody else.
They don't either.
Charlie, Ann, really, you two?
But look at the hair standing up on his back.
I know, he's... Charlie, come here.
Come here, Charlie. Charlie.
He thinks he's such a badass these days.
Yeah,
look at him.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody knows...
Can you call your dog?
Come here, Charlie.
Oh my God.
Come here, Charlie. Okay, that is just...
He's standing in the middle of the front room doing that.
Yeah.
With his head raised up to the ceiling like he's announcing all
and
this.
And he's barking at me.
Tell you why he has to bark at the door.
Yeah. But I did try calling our local Habitat for Humanity.
They don't do that now.
And they don't do that. They don't do that around here.
Nope.
But yeah, if anybody
and we're not going to join the church just to use them.
Yeah.
That's not right. We've had people tell us that.
Yeah.
You know, join the church and no, I'm not going to join the church. I mean, I'm not into church type religion. I'm spiritual, and I was, raised Lutheran, and then I converted over to what Brad's, which is kind of an off branch off of Mormons. But it is. It used to be, and then they separated. Nothing wrong with the religion as a whole, but I just don't like the whole church thing. It's just not for me, not for him either. So I'm not going to join a church just to use them.
Yeah.
And I know some people do, so they can get stuff. I'm not going to do that.
No.
If you're spiritual at all, you know that that's not right. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I don't think anybody probably does, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can all send a piece of wood.
Yeah.
And then, hey, we could build it like it's an ark too. So if.
Well, and I know there was an organization. It was a group of people, that would travel around the United States in the
Yeah.
spring and summer.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put in
That
an
was
app.
part of a religious thing.
Oh,
though.
was it?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
It was. Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of the
Yeah, they had done
organization.
some work out there in Bar None on
Yeah.
that frontage road.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's part of a.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
And I don't think you have to be part of their thing to be granted that. But anyway, if anybody knows, I don't even know what I'm talking about now because you just.
I disturbed you.
Anyway, pray for Brad's back. Pray for me always if you pray, or just send me well wishes. That's good too. My cactus, my um uh Christmas cactus is still blooming again. The most beautiful kind of apricot, peachy type blooms. It's just, I don't know what I'm doing right, but I'm doing something right with it because it's just, all my plants are doing really well right now.
They are.
But I water them once a week. I talk nice to them. Don't talk nasty to your plants. They just not gonna like it.
Oh.
I have 2 ivy plants, and I've always struggled to be able to grow any ivy plant that are doing wonderful right now. That makes me so happy. Because even, you guys can't see it, but even on the tops of our curtains, I have some fake ivy greenery that I've mixed in with the topper. And remember, I've had, what's that stuff called? The wallpaper, the trim?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's a trim that's like this. I had that with ivy and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. So, that makes me happy. What are you doing? Huh? I know, little girl. Jellybean was being so cute. She loves to run along the foot of my bed. The mattress comes out over the box springs just enough like this, and it's the perfect height for her to run her back along. So she gets right under there and pushes up, and she's just a grunting and having the best time of her life. Right?
Yes, she does.
I tell him how good Angel was doing. Her eyes are really, really. I can't believe how much her eyes have cleared up.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe how much she squawks at me when.
I know. I've told him, but we usually end up getting her basically kind of a can and a half or 2 cans a day right now, but she can have whatever she wants. Mm-hmm. She's the queen. She can have it all. So I don't really have anything else. Nope.
Pretty much covered about everything, sweetie.
So just waiting for the grocery order will be coming, and we make our own fish sandwiches, which are way better than even like McDonald's fish sandwiches, which I always loved. But you can make them at a fraction of the cost. It's called the Fremont Market or something like that. Is I think it's probably owned by Aldi's. I don't know, but they have some good stuff, and so you can get these breaded fish fillets and make your own fish sandwiches. And then we're going to make some coleslaw to go with it. So that'll be a good eating meal.
Yep.
Which is good because I'm cooking tonight. So I wasn't supposed to cook tonight. I was supposed to cook last night.
Yeah.
But we had enough goulash, so we didn't have to cook last night. So I'll cook tonight since his back is out. He's going to be out. You watch. He's going to get the groceries in, and I'll get them put away, and he's going to take one of his heavy-duty tramadols, and then he's going to get in that chair with the massager and the heat, and that'll be it. I will have free run of this house. I can run amok. Amok.
Oh, you can run amok.
Run amok?
You can run amok anyway.
Yeah.
Whether...
Well, right now you can't chase after me because you messed your back up.
Yeah.
You've been able to because you've been doing great. So.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all we got really for today. I can fill up a lot of space talking about nothing, basically, right? Yeah. Probably tonight I'll sit in full clothes. Isn't that what everybody does on a Friday night?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we have to do our pills tonight, too. We have to do our pills for the week. Mm-hmm. If we ever had it, we were going to watch either 48 Hours or something and do our pills. We're thinking about rewatching Criminal Minds because we've been watching all the bloopers and stuff. Matthew Gerbler has a YouTube channel. So type that in. He has, and it's called Undiscoveries or something like that. Oh, my groceries are here.
Oh, are they? Okay,
Yeah.
look out. Nixie. Charlie, knock it off.
Hey,
Quit. Nixie, knock it off.
Alright, guys.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know the groceries were here. And the dog's just go crazy.
I was gonna throw him in there.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Pray for us. Say bye. Bye, guys.